normal users. So I hope that with the platform that we have, like drag and drop elements, you can get to build something. Yeah, it's quite fun, and we are hiring people as well.
So you're building, so it's building storefronts in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And so will this be especially focused on like marketplaces?
Yes, yes. Like this workshop, the idea, if you get to do it, so we are not expecting that you get until that point. If you manage to do it, that would be awesome. But yeah, our system allows to have products in the space, and then visitors are able to click them,
Right.
and then they can buy it, and they pay with card. So it's like Shopify, but in the metaverse. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think 20 seconds are gone. So welcome to the workshop, guys. Thank you for being here. We're Space. Space is a company founded in 2021. We're pretty recently into this metaverse business. Space merged e-commerce, virtual reality, and gaming in the same space in social environments, and also in the metaverse. It's a highly flexible platform, so that allows to connect many worlds connected to multiple blockchains. Also, as I told you before, it allows businesses and individuals to sell goods and services with the help with integrated tools. So I will show you these tools right now, and also payment processing, kind of online Shopify in the metaverse. So in the end, Space is building a hub for culture, for art, for entertainment, and also for e-commerce. So it's everything together in the same environment. So
Who are you?
I am a senior designer from Space. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't present myself.
Yeah, it's okay.
So the challenge is about to build a storefront or a space where you can pin your objects and be able to buy them. I will show you after this how to do it. So I guess this here is quite advanced right now, but you will use the architecture kit, the second point, which allows to import those objects pretty easily to the environment. You can use also real-time lighting. I will show you that as well. And yeah, that's the price. Not bad at all. And yeah, we are currently hiring. So if you get motivated about this, you can write us to this email to Amir at trispace.com. We have a bunch of unexperienced designers that have started with us and get to learn. And yeah, it's an awesome opportunity to join our team. And yeah, we're excited if you get to write us. So the editor introduction. Here I'm looking forward to show you how this works. So we will start by showing you a space. So this is a space in our system. It's quite user-friendly. I am using it right now from the user side, not from the builder side. So here you can move with the arrows, just as a regular shooter. This is a space I built recently. So I was telling you about the products. We have these virtual media frames where you can click it and then import your product. I have set just one product right now. So you can attach it like this, and then this will remain persistent between sessions. So if another person visits this space, then he won't see these blue cubes, and they will be able to click on them and then acquire them. So here, right now. So this is one thing. How do you add those objects to your space? I will show you that. So once you created a room, You can add products here. As you see it, here's the drum I showed you before. It's quite straightforward. You upload a model. We will provide also low poly assets, so you don't get confused in this process. We have some limitation about the complexity of the 3D objects, so that's why we provide a small library of objects. So here I would choose something like this book, import it. I add a product name, a book. I need to add a description, price, I will say $1, and the quantity, I will put 2 for now. Add it to the quantity, and then very important, yeah, I have to say this is physical. Probably it could be also digital, could be physical or phygital, a mix of both. So I guess I will say I am selling my own book right now. I save it. Here we are. There is my book. So if I go now to arrange a space, I join again the space. Let's see, I want to add my book here. So here's the book. Charging. Let's see, I don't know where is these 2 copies here. Yeah, I think the other one is glitchy. So very important, I will show you this. Anyways, there is a document that you can access in the Discord channel with this presentation, so you can go back and see these particularities. For example, the book is here in the media frame, so you can move it all the way around, but in order to stay in the room and be persistent, you need to pin it. How I pin it, I press spacebar and I say pin. So now the book is pinned, it's fixed, and then it will remain through the sessions. So this is from the user side, and now I will show you how it goes for building the space with this simplified version. So this is our builder. I don't know if you know Unity, for example. Have you navigated in Unity a little bit in the interface?
I've heard of Unity.
Okay.
I haven't
Okay, this works pretty similar, but much more simplified. So we have this scene editor software in our page. So we go to create new empty project, and you have here a template of a 3D space. I will go forward and eliminate this crater.
Do you need a really high-powered computer to be able to navigate this?
Not really. Like, I have a very powerful computer here, but I am aware that, yeah, it depends. It's quite much depends of what you're building. So if it's just like a PlayStation or a computer. Like, it depends of the amount of objects, the complexity of the objects, the textures that you're using, and so on. But anyways, since this is running in the web and in Chrome, for example, spaces need to be really lightweight. So they are probably between 10 and 20 megabytes. Also, the space I showed you recently, it's about 25 megabytes. So, and that's the interesting challenge in general about this. You have very limited resources, and you have to make the most of it. So, for many people, working with limitations is pretty fun as well, because you really have to make use of your creativity in order to make something that meets the sweet spot between quality and a really good visual experience. So I will show you the easy way to build stuff. Like, normally, I would import my own assets built in Blender, for example, this. So this is a room. But since you're not building in Blender, I will show you, and this is very fun. We have the architecture kit here. So here we have a huge amount of objects. So I can go by putting floors. Maybe this is too small. Yeah. I will make a very bad space right now, but for the sake of the demonstration. So this is a small surface. I can put doors. Okay. So here we have our very, very basic space. The object that you see here, if you can see it, I will make a little bit zoom. This is a spawn point. That means the player will be spawned in this place. So what I will do is I'm going to place this spawn point here. Okay. So I guess we are in the right. I will go a little bit up. Okay, there you go. Now my avatar will spawn in this point. Here you have different stuff to tweak. You have a skybox. You can choose the time of the day, for example. So, and different stuff to tweak. Maybe you don't need to go here, just for you to know. And also we have like a directional light, which means you have like lighting in the scene. As you can see now, the surface turned red. As well, if you click in an object, you can choose the material. So it could be plaster, or it could be stones, whatever you like. As you can see, now changed. So, and the last thing is about the media frames, like where you place your assets for your store. So you go to elements. We have here many elements to use. So one of them is the media frame. So this is it. So this is a small box. I will put it here. This will represent a placeholder that will hold my objects. In a media frame, you can place all type of media and not only products. So I can put anything inside and it will work. The only thing that they won't be available as product. If you want to make an object available as product, then you got to go through the product page I show you, importing your assets there, and then they will be visible in your space. So we have our very basic space. I will publish the scene. I will name this scene hackathon test. I save the project. I save it and publish. And here we have a performance check. This will be showing you the amount of polygons, the materials that you're using, the textures, and stuff like that. This will show 3 colors. It's going to be green, yellow, or red. So I recommend to stay in the yellow range. So, and that's like related to the amount of triangles, also the complexity of your models. So above 50,000 triangles, it's going to turn yellow. That's completely fine as well. I would recommend not to go over the yellow limit because it's gonna start to glitch. And here's the file size as well, 10 megabytes. Yeah. I go forward and I publish the scene. And here it's telling me view the scene. I create the scene in space. Here you go. Magic. So now we're here. You can choose the background as well. Yeah. In order to do that, you should find a panoramic picture. I can show you how to do this. But one second. So this is the media frame. I will put here a test object. Normally it's a duck. So I go here. I put it there. And as you can see, it's already there. I can pin it as well. But this won't be a product. If I click it, doesn't happen anything because I didn't import it through the other system. I will delete it. Always pressing spacebar. And yeah, it's a good question. I will go for that. Let me see if so here. So in order to import environment picture, let's see if there is something here in our 360. No. Panorama. Like. Okay, it's not showing, but I will show you how it should be in the case without an environment picture. Ah, here it is. No. Ah, here. So that's a panoramic picture. I place it somewhere, and I go to the properties, and I say projection. Here it says projection. Here. Now it is flat. I go here, and I say 360 equirectangular, and it turns into a ball. I go to the scale, and I scale it pretty long, pretty big. And there you go. Now you're in the middle of the desert, kind of floating in the sky. So my personal opinion about metaverse building is to not get that attached to reality. So try to dream, try to create stuff that are not possible in real life.
Yeah.
I think that's what we'll be evaluating. So it's not bad if you make like the Eiffel Tower pretty, but the idea of this, I think the future it is when you create stuff that are not possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. So in the Discord channel, I post some resources here. Here. So I will ask you in the end, to fill out this form in order to contact you. This is the introduction I told you already. If you forgot something, it's everything written here. And what else?
This metaverse, what is it? Is it running on a blockchain? Or is
Right now, I think it's not running in a blockchain.
Okay.
It's the idea, but now we have like a central server
Okay.
running this.
The central server, can it interact with any other existing blockchains?
Not right now.
Okay.
No, it's a contained environment. Also, it can interact with different hubs. So if I create a room and you create a room, we can connect both rooms, make portals and stuff like that.
Okay.
But are located right now in our own system.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Are there RPC endpoints that are callable from other blockchains into like this metaverse ecosystem?
That's a pretty advanced question that I could answer because I am a designer. There is a troubleshooting guide as well. So if you find some problem, it's everything listed here. I put here the scene limitation for you guys. If you import single assets, this is the limitation for the single assets. But since we are providing them, you don't need to pay that much attention to that. Troubleshootings regarding the media frames, troubleshooting regarding the product page, small stuff that you should do. You will be able to visit this afterwards. Issues that you could find in the room as well. And yeah, in the end, when you're ready and you publish your scene, I will ask you to fill this with your data, but you will need to link the
space that we built.
yeah, the space that you created, right?
Okay.
So you will put it here, and then as well, I will need the spoke file. The spoke file is related to this software. How to export it? You go to here, file, export. And then it will you will get a spoke file. I will ask you to put this spoke file in this folder, like this. So, and please name this file just as you name your scene in order to match them.
Okay.
Okay, guys, it's 2, so until 4.
So I have a question.
Yeah,
which
please.
is,
Yeah,
like,
questions.
In terms of, like, so you guys are sponsoring a bounty at this hackathon.
Yeah.
I guess what are you hoping to accomplish from it? Like, how does it contribute to your overall project? You want, from my impression, it's that okay, let's create more worlds.
Mhm.
Any world is okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other sort of conditions for success for how you guys are trying to build your ecosystem?
In this case, yeah, also we are trying to expand our team. So we are looking also for talents, as I said. So I think it's kind of the main motivation for us is to get connected with these people in this hackathon. So that's why, guys, also if you feel fascinated for this and you don't have the experience now, it's really easy to learn. I didn't study 3D design. I am an interaction designer. But I got through science fiction, through movies, through speculative architecture, to many stuff, then you could start to create those spaces. So it doesn't depend of if you study architecture or something like that. It depends of what you have in your mind. So if your world is about movies and you start building fantasy spaces,
This is
that's
a
awesome.
blank canvas, and there are no rules really. As long as we use the tools, right?
Exactly.
Then we can. And then is it only us two competing for the 2,500 euros?
Right now, yes. Like if there is someone somewhere building the space and upload it, then he will participate in too.
Online?
Does online participant can join?
Not online, like we announced this in our Discord, so and all the information is here. So if the people are not here, it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they are working in their hotels, I don't know, or hiring some 3D designer. But yeah, I'm not aware of other people doing this right now.
Okay.
I hope it's not a problem for you guys to be competing.
I love the idea. I love saying about it.
Okay.
I think it would be interesting to speak about it later.
Yeah.
There's only one prize?
There is only one prize.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll split it with you if it's just us two. Then I would agree to split it.
Nice.
And then,
That's so
I
nice.
mean, let's just talk about. Or I mean, like, I'd be willing to talk about ideas that I have from this.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd like to make it useful for your roadmap.
Mhm.
One thing, I'm sure I can just create a world, but I think there's a lot of interesting things that are possible here. How this interacts with even the space that we're in, right?
Mhm.
We're in. This is a space.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. We are in the tipping point as well to integrate this to our lives. It sounds weird. Sounds dystopian as well. Also, everything got skyrocketed because of the pandemic. You know, everyone was thinking, okay, this is going to be our new reality. We're going to be at home the most of the time. So many people started either to build, to find out what's possible and stuff like that. And I guess it's kind of the positive side for designers and creators to get into this field, which is.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, like I still love in nature. I love the outside. I don't stick my time inside of this, so it's quite compatible with our culture. It's not that we are pushing people to be in their rooms the whole time.
Right.
You know, it's just to find other ways to interact or to buy stuff. So this is another room I created. It's you can have concerts, for example, as well.
Yeah.
And
I think I want to build a mental palace.
a what?
A mental palace. That's a memorization technique
Mm-hmm.
where you build a structure around your ID and
Like a mind map.
like mind map, but it's actually something very powerful because a lot of work.
Mhm.
And so it's only teach to very few people.
Mm-hmm.
And I like I think it joins the idea of the happy place
Mhm.
and the mental health issue. And I think that this kind of objects on a more retail side,
Mhm.
intending it for B2B business.
Yeah.
But like on a more retail consumer-facing
Mhm.
front, people could use this to build a place where they feel better, where they can control everything using VR technology, for example. And I think that's on it.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Like this workshop was about products and stores, but actually you can create also this kind of stuff. You can have workshops as well. You can interact with people. You can just meet people and watch a movie all together. that's also possible. Like we are encouraging as well to do all these kind of spaces in a space. It's not only, but this workshop itself, it's about to kind of fake this store with the products I provided.
It's more like e-commerce.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So I can do
Yeah.
e-commerce instead.
That's the idea. But yeah, in your free time, for example, you can try out the platform and make your ideas and purpose your vision. Yeah, yeah. It's something very small I forgot. It's about the quality. You can go here, preferences. I will ask you as well to go here to miscellaneous and tweak the material quality to high. Normally, if you are if you get for the first time to the platform, it will show in mid quality, which is, yeah. So you can go to high quality and then make good use of the materials, the lighting, and stuff like that. All right, guys, I'll be here, I guess, or around if you have some question or something like that. You can go to the Discord channel, drop the question there. If I can answer you in the Discord channel, it's okay, or I can go up, here.
Yeah.
Or I can go to you and sit with you and help you.
I don't think there are any more presentations here. I think this.
No,
I think
it's the last one.
this is the last one.
If you want to work here, it's
Yeah.
also fine.
It's too cool.
Do you have a booth, or do you have where you look?
I have a booth. Where are we? Ah, yeah, downstairs.
Downstairs.
Yeah, I am just in front of the stairs, but I think I will stay here.
Okay.
Yeah.
What interactions are supported inside this? Do I call it the space metaverse?
Yeah.
So, for example, if I wanted to call to the marketplace, how does it work?
To call the marketplace?
Yeah, or you said at the start there was like a marketplace. So
Yeah,
if I
let me
want to
see.
spend or earn money from others, can I do that?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Like once you created your shop,
Right.
the time is not running right now for the workshop. Like we will
Is
start.
the workshop over, or did it stop the broadcast?
Like I mean the challenge didn't
Okay.
started yet. I will.
Okay.
It's pretty fun to speak with you guys anyway. So
Yeah.
I will go again to try space. So you need to make an account as well,
Yeah.
but this is kind of self-explanatory. I will go to manage my spaces. There is a ton of spaces we have created, but let's see. So this is the one. If I get to my product, I think there is you have like analytics. Where is the? In somewhere you can add your bank information, for example, in order to receive the payments.
I see.
I think it's here. Yeah, for business. Here you can start adding your information, and there is some warnings because this
Got it.
is
And it will
true.
pay me in Ethereum. Okay.
Yeah,
In ETH or in space tokens?
in Ethereum right now.
All right. Cool.
But you can also configure this for a regular credit card
Yeah.
payment as well. That's also possible.
Wow.
Yeah.
For fun, for business. Okay.
Yeah.
Neat. Yeah. I mean, I'm interested in an idea, and so, I'll create a space. But to me, I think what I'm really excited for my idea is like this interaction, in like non-real worlds.
Mm-hmm.
So my idea is kind of like, what if we use this, like let's just say we build a very simple replica of this ETHCC hackathon, 3 or 4 levels. And then, we organize a collection of people inside these different levels, representing each of the different projects people are working on.
Yeah.
And then basically my thing would be, okay, I like, what I like to do at these hackathons is usually I just like to talk to people, interesting ideas. And so maybe I would try to record, organize them in this metaverse so that, some ideas that are DeFi, they go, they're a toy on one shelf. They're one kind of toy. On another shelf, it's probably like ideas that are focused on Metaverse. Or maybe space would be one of them. Well, space isn't actually a project. Space is bounty. So maybe it would be projects that are building like with space or other Metaverse things or games.
Exactly.
And then I think that would be the most simple thing, to create a collection of like toys. And each toy could get represented in here. But I think where it gets more interesting is basically, I think a lot of projects are fighting for a certain kind of attention, right? So how do you make certain toys more special than other toys? And so at first, maybe I would be contributing to it. I would make each of the toys, I don't know, like more decorated or like show them in higher quality in the Metaverse. But maybe later on, I wouldn't have enough time, right? Like maybe some people, they want to get, me to build the nice toy. So I would open up this universe to them to work on the toy and make it stand out as better, make it more special. If the toy is, if they've made the toy more special, maybe I would accept their change, or somehow the change would be shown to be higher quality, so that anyone browsing this Metaverse, a judge, could be able to say, okay, like which project should I focus on? How do I think about how, I would imagine for a judge, a typical thing is you see a million projects, and it's just so hard to just pay attention to them all and understand what's special. But maybe by browsing it in this Metaverse, right, they just browse here, there, they see these different toys, and they see the really nice looking toy has been judged as special by, I assume, by me or whoever else judged it, because we, spent the time to allow the refinement to the toy that corresponded to some, I don't know, business proposition. The toy, the quality of the project seemed higher because it could make more revenue, because it had lower costs for, I don't know, creating, for creating whatever value it claims, that kind of thing.
Yeah, like I think for collaborative experience, it's quite nice as well, especially when it comes to three-dimensional objects, like not 3D objects, like three-dimensional objects.
Right.
And you put it there, and you can, make them better, making a cooperative way to build stuff together, and you can be there. You can also chat, voice chat, and chatting with text as well. So it's a game changer, I guess, in many areas.
Yeah.
Also in this, what you mean, like for a convention, for example, to make these objects visible and collaborative builder,
Right.
and as well, you can put these objects like really small, or you can make it huge,
Right.
as well. So that's the stuff that I like the most. Like sometimes they ask me a shop, so I don't put the shoe like this, I put a shoe like it's 20 meters.
Right.
And you walk there and you see the details. So yeah, that's all about as well. So if you have more people maybe designing this shoe, then you can go around and say, look, this part doesn't look that well, blah, blah. Let's scale it down again. So it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
So guys, you want to start?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do we do?
Start. Open your computer and go. You have,
Just go to the website directly.
You go to Discord, I guess, and start by opening our website, which it is TriSpace. Are you in the Discord channel? Are you in this?
I am not.
Oh, you have Discord?
Not on my personal computer. I'll do this for my. This is the first I'm doing any hackathon projects.
Or give me your email, I can send you that link as well.
Okay. 1 second. Let's see. Connected to the internet. And